everyone, and welcome to Time and Money Mastery. We are your co-hosts. I'm Indiana.
And I'm Sam. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on any of our episodes. Now, let's get started.
Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we are joined by a beautiful guest. She's pretty awesome in my opinion. At 19 years old, she works 4 jobs, studies full-time at university, has traveled and already has a $25,000 net worth. Please welcome my good friend, Michaela. Hi, Michaela.
Hello, how are you?
I'm so excited to have you. How are you going?
Yeah, good. I'm so excited to be here.
Amazing. All right. Well, for people who don't know you, just tell me a little bit about yourself and what you do.
No problem. So I'm turning 20 soon in about a week. So by the time this podcast is up, I will already be 20. I am studying full-time at uni, a degree in marketing, majoring in psychology. And I work about 4 part-time jobs.
That's
depending
crazy.
on what you count. Yeah. Depends, and some side hustles as well. So a bit of everything. I'm a busy gal.
Amazing. Wow. There's so much to unpack there. But tell me a little bit about what jobs you do and how the hell do you fit that in around full-time uni?
So my first job was a retail assistant at a little boutique in Melbourne, and that's called the Avery. That was my first job. I got it when I was 15 and I haven't left. So I've just kind of been adding jobs as I've been going throughout, but never quitting or anything. I just keep collecting the jobs. And then I just started working at a cafe as well. And because I'm studying marketing, I'm also doing their social media and the Instagram and all of that kind of stuff as well, called Sugar Buns. Get on it. and then I also run fitness kind of birthday parties for kids, and I also go to the schools and do fitness sessions with them. That's kind of more random and casual but super fun. I love it. And then I also do dancing. I've been dancing since I was 2. And fun fact, my dad is an Elvis impersonator. So
wow.
Yeah, so random, but he's been doing it for 22 years. But as soon as I turned 18, I was like, oh my gosh, please just let me be a dancer. And he's had dancers forever, but I was like, yep, I'm going to become the main dancer. So then I also do showgirling as well. It's not like stripping or anything. It's it's PG, but it's just dancing for an hour.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What a diverse range of jobs you do. You have retail, then you've got fitness, you've got dancing. That is just so varied.
Yeah.
And it really does sound like you like collecting jobs along the way.
Yeah.
So how do you fit in time for uni?
So I basically just work my jobs. I'm really lucky because all of my bosses are really good. They work around my schedule kind of thing. And then I kind of just pick and choose what I want. So it depends. I forgot a job. I work at the information desk as well at Westfield. So I get that roster first, and I get that a month in advance, which is really good, helpful for me, because then I can plan out everything else. And then they just kind of work around me, which is good. So I'll get one roster, and then I'll say, so then once I get a couple of things, then I will go to my other 2 jobs and be so for Avery, I'll be I can only work Sundays, and then for Sugar Buns, I'll only work Monday, Tuesday. So then they have to roster me on those days. So then that's how I don't clash, which I'm lucky because they do that for me, which is good.
Yeah, I think that's so important to find really good bosses to work with, and to not have work completely consume your life. Now, do you ever feel maybe you take on too much, or does it work for you?
Depends on the day, really, because some days I'm I really probably should calm down a little bit. But then I honestly love all my jobs so much. I have fun doing different things every day. Whereas like if I was in the same job and doing that same job every single day, 9 to 5, I think I would personally get bored. And because my jobs are so diverse, like it's not like I'm working 2 cafe jobs where like it's easy, like it's all the same. It's so different each job. So I have fun doing all of them.
Yeah.
And I might as well, while I'm young, save while I can, because after uni, yeah.
Absolutely. And I think that's really important. What you just said was, you know, while you're young, it's absolutely the time to save. You still live at home. You've got all these jobs. You're in a really good position to, you know, stack away the cash. So, you know, how do you work out, you know, from your 4 or 5 incomes, like what do you work out how much to save and how much to put away?
So usually I will just put like most of my income in savings, and then the money that I get from the cafe I'll use as my spending money. So I'll use that for my spending money, my petrol, and I'll save that kind of for things that I want to buy, like food and coffee and all of that kind of stuff. So then all of my other incomes I put straight into my savings. And then that way I'm just like saving most of my money, which is good.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So would you say you save you definitely save more than 50%?
Yeah. So if I get paid, like because my income's so random, like I don't actually have a consistent like weekly
income. So but you probably save like 3/4 of it and then just keep, how much would you keep as spending money?
So say if I got paid like $700 in the week, then I would keep probably like 200 in my spending, but I probably wouldn't go through all of it because so I'll keep,
awesome.
Depends if so I'll just like put like 500 in savings and then keep like 200 to 300 in my spending money. And then I also have my like emergency money as well.
Yeah, awesome. Emergency funds are so important for those unexpected expenses. On that topic, do you have a set amount in your emergency fund, or like do you contribute to it every week, or is it just once you hit a certain amount, you just leave it there?
So I started with just contributing to it every single week, but then now that I've hit 2,000, I'm just going to leave it there and then just put the rest in my savings, because now I've got 2,000 in like my emergency, which I feel like that's all I really need right now, because I don't have a lot of expenses, which I'm really lucky for, because I still live at home. I don't really have heaps and heaps of expenses, so like 2,000 I think is a good amount to just have.
Yeah, and definitely. Then, I think that's a great start. And because you are in like a pretty secure situation living at home and things like that, you know, if something was to really go wrong, I think you would probably be okay with that amount. So my question then to you is, you know, what are your favorite like savings hacks? Like I'm sure some weeks you're probably more tempted to buy things than other weeks. So how do you sort of, you know, make sure that you're still saving that consistent $500 a week?
So I honestly just only buy things if 1, I really, really want it, or 2, if I need it. So like say coffees, for example, coffees just make me so happy. So I choose to buy coffee because I literally love drinking coffee. I'm obsessed, but I'll only have like 1 a day, where I used to have 2. So like at least I'm only buying 1 a day. And even then, now that I'm working at the cafe, I'm saving money because I get free coffee.
See, that's a saving hack. Go work for a cafe.
Exactly. The only reason why I work for the cafe is for the food and the coffee.
So they give you your meals as well?
Discounted.
That's like awesome.
30% off, which is good, because then I get like a full like cafe meal for like $10, which is good.
That's awesome. Do you put like the difference into savings? Like say if the meal was $20 and you only pay 10, do you go and put that 10 in savings, or do you just kind of...
Well, right now I'm doing the $1,000 project.
Yes, so I love it.
Yeah. So whenever I do that, like today I got a free coffee from the cafe and I wasn't even working. Yes.
Win.
I'll put that like $5.50 into the $1,000 project. So then that way I can save the $1,000 and put it towards EFTs. Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't. I'm on my way to my first 1,000, so I've only just started.
I love that. We actually haven't talked about the $1,000 project yet on the podcast. It's something I'm so excited to get into because it's how I kickstarted my investing journey, and now you've started. So maybe just give me like a brief overview of the $1,000 project in your words.
Okay. And thanks, Indy. You were literally the person who inspired me to do it. You're like, you have to read this book. And like, so basically what it is saving money in pockets of $1,000 and then you put that $1,000 into like either paying off debt, into shares, into investing and all of that. So I'm choosing to put it into shares and investing it that way. But you're not allowed to use your salary. Yeah. So I've been like selling all of my old clothes. I've been like trying to save, like using discount codes and like free coffees and all of that kind of stuff. So right now I'm halfway. I'm like $550 into the first $1,000.
And when did you start?
I'm so excited. Probably about a couple weeks ago, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago.
That's incredible, honestly, because I think the whole idea of the $1,000 project is, you know, if you just think of investing $1,000, you're like, oh, where am I going to pull $1,000 from? That's a huge amount of money. But when you break it down to, you know, small savings, scrimping and saving, selling, you know, unused items, doing a little bit of overtime, extra work, offering to babysit, things like that, you start to build up $5 here, $20 here, $3 here, and that's how you build up to the $1,000. So those little amounts on their own don't mean much. So if you save $3, you're like, oh, well, you know, I'll just spend that $3 on something else. But by dedicating it to a account that's just for the $1,000 project, you get to see how it builds up, and you get to, you know, feel that excitement as it grows. And then once you hit the $1,000, you can use it on whatever you want. And yeah, like you, I use it to invest. It's awesome.
So cool. Yeah. It's such a cool concept. Yeah. And like, it's a good way to start investing as well. If you want to start investing and stuff like that and you're still new to it, like me, it's a good way to start, I reckon.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, there's no wrong way to do it. It's just basically like a mindset hack to get over the thought that $1,000 is so big and far away and impossible, just by doing it slowly. So the fact you've already gotten halfway in a few weeks, that's pretty awesome. That's so cool.
It's so cool.
What's your goal for like the year with savings and investing?
So by the end of the year, I'm on about 27,000 right now in savings, and I want to be 40,000 by the end of this year. We're going to try ambitious. And then we're going to try, and then I want 5,000 or more in investments as well.
Okay, amazing. So you're at 27, you want 40, so that's 13,000 to save, and you want 5,000 in investments, and you're already halfway to 1,000. So you're about, quick math, 21 and a half away. That's a very ambitious goal. And I think that's awesome. Like, you should absolutely have big goals that scare you a little bit. And I guess I just want to know, like, what's your plan of attack? Have you worked it out? Like, have you taken that 21 and a half and gone backwards and worked out how much you need to save each week or month?
Yeah, so it's around $1,600. It mustn't be a month. It must be a week. Wait, let me quick math. Maybe it's a fortnight. I know it's what.
Yeah. Okay. Let's work this out. Quick math.
Let's rework it out.
I think that's like the most important thing is, like, you know, to not get scared by your goals, you need to actually break them down and work out, you know, what that looks like. So 21 and a half, and we're already, you know, in February, let's just say you've got 10 months left, just to, you know, round it down. So that's, I did times instead of divide. So it's about $2,100 a month. So yeah.
Okay.
That's,
Yeah.
you know, I think that's pretty much on par
Yeah.
with what you're already saving. You're already saving about 500 a week.
Yeah, exactly. So
so basically it's very attainable for you and your situation.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I'm like, I know it's possible. I know it won't be easy, but I know it's possible. So if I just aim high, then we'll be okay.
Yeah. So I noticed you just said it won't be easy. So what makes you think that if you're already saving 500 a week, it's pretty much already what you're doing? You know, what are the kind of things that you think are going to be difficult along the way?
Just like random expenses, like, I don't know, maybe like I like going on holidays and like just going out, and like my car and things like unexpected expenses kind of thing. And especially when because I'm on uni holidays right now, when I start back uni, I will be making less. But then again, Christmas time, I make like triple what I make.
Okay.
Throughout the year, so it kind of like balances out.
Yeah, that makes sense. But at the same time, you probably don't want to wait right until the end of the year and be freaking out that you're not hitting your goal, even though you probably will. So my advice would probably be like, you know, look at the next 10 months and pencil in, okay, where are the birthdays that you know are going to cost a bit more? Where are your holidays? And start accounting for them now. So like, I know you're coming to Queensland in April, which is awesome. We're going to hang out, definitely. But you know that's going to be an extra expense. Have you already paid for that?
Yeah, I paid for like the accommodation and I paid for the flights.
Amazing.
So it's only just spending money.
Yeah, exactly. So I would like go through your calendar and like look. Obviously, we can't anticipate everything, but look at the birthdays, the Christmas, the special events, and start accounting for it now and kind of create like a sinking fund. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
No. Oh, okay, awesome. So basically it's basically just like an account or a fund where you put money in regularly to account for those fees that don't go anywhere. So you know you're going to have to pay car rego every year. So you say it's $500, even though it's a lot more. You look at how many months or weeks away it is and break it down week by week and put that into the sinking fund. So that's not money you're going to touch for anything. It's not savings. It's simply for the purpose of paying off those dead bills. So your holidays, your rego, dentist, glasses, all those sorts of things that, you know, they're there, but you're not exactly sure when they're going to pop up. So you're just kind of accounting for them so that it's not a big shock when you get $1,000 registration bill. You've already got the money saved.
Handy. Yeah, that's handy. Yeah,
because that's probably like the only thing is you're going to find it a little tricky, like, you know, sticking to the $500 a week when these unexpected things pop up and freak you out a little bit.
Yeah. Whereas if I take like little bits of my spending money into that fund, then
yeah, so I just total up like all the expenses that I know I have coming up and then divide it, and it ends up just being like, say, like $100 a week, so that when those things come up, I've already, you know, worked them out. So I have another question for you, and like, you're very young and you're very financially savvy. Where does that come from? Like, is money well talked about in your family, or where has this developed from?
Ooh, good question.
Yeah, like are your parents big savers, or?
I don't know. Like, I think that I've always worked hard, and like, even just like when I first started working, I was 15, but I was only getting like $7 an hour. So like, I would work hard for that $7. So like, I'm like, I don't want to spend it all or waste it all because I want to be saving, kind of thing.
Absolutely.
And like, travel drives me so much. Like, I want to travel so bad. Like, I just have the travel bug. And my parents are like, well, my mum, she like loves travel too. And I'm lucky that I have traveled. But obviously you need money to travel.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to come back with nothing either. So just the more that I save, the more flexibility I have, kind of thing. And I like the flexibility, the thought of like being able to buy my coffee every day without stressing about it. Like, yeah, it just makes me driven to just save more, if that makes sense.
And I think it's exactly what you said. It's that feeling of security and having choice. And that's essentially what, money mastery is about. It is conquering your finances, knowing your budget, saving money, having an emergency fund, tackling debt so that you feel secure and you have the freedom of choice, so you don't have to go into a shitty job, or you don't have to live in a bad, situation because of money. So I think that's just, you just really nailed it on the head. I'm so impressed that you're so young and you're doing so well, and just keep it up. And I guess the last thing I just want to ask you is, do you have any money advice that you would leave with other people?
Save as much as you can, but also enjoy your life. Don't be so stressed about money, because money comes and goes. Money, you can always make money.
Yes.
Money will come back to you, but you can't always, there will be a time where you won't be able to travel as much now, and do things that you're not going to be young forever as well. So
absolutely,
I save my money, but I also spend it too, but I just know that it will come back to me. So just don't go crazy, just have a budget, just make sure your bank account's always going up instead of down, but still spend it and have fun and enjoy your life.
Absolutely. I love that. It's so true. The one thing you can never, ever get back is time. So, make sure the money that you're making is going into making memories, going into purchases that set your soul on fire. Like you said about the coffee genuinely makes you happy. So if you were to cut out that coffee every day, it would just make you upset. And that $3 to $5, that $5 saving is not worth it, because it's something that sets your soul on fire. And that's, what money mastery is about. It's, being cautious with your money and making the most of it while still enjoying life, because time is the one thing you can never get back.
Yeah, exactly. When I was 18, I went to Canada, and I probably went through $10,000 almost, but it was literally the most amazing country I've been to, and I enjoyed every single bit of it. I learned so much, traveling by myself. I made so many new friends and everything. It just, money doesn't even make, I don't even know how, do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, money comes and goes. Like you said, you've got to be there present in the moment. And this is why we work hard, and so that we can enjoy it, at the end of the day. So thank you so much for joining us today. It's been such a lovely chat. I can't wait to see you when you come to Queensland. And I'm sure we will have you on the podcast again soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Want us to cover a specific topic on the podcast? Follow the link in the show notes to record your question in a voicemail or submit a question. But that's all for today. See you later. So that's a wrap. If you loved today's episode, leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and let us know why you loved it.
If you know someone who needs to hear this, then send it their way and share it to your stories, tagging us at Time Money Mastery.
Feel like you're wanting just a little more? Jump on over to our Facebook community. You can find the link in the show notes.
That's all from us today, fam. We'll see you soon.